Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. You know it is JJ with you once again on JJPB. First time here, hit the subscribe button. Keep me busy, me. And hit the like button to keep YouTube busy. But anyway, you now made it to a part of the Tower series we're calling the Power Shift Floor. Glad to see you guys made it. You know, we always wondered when the tech giants are going to rewrite the rules. We always wondered that. But there's a moment in every industry where competition stops being a race and becomes a takeover. Let's kind of get into it a little bit. We'll talk about, we'll say a moment when the giant stops trying to win and instead starts to changing the rules so nobody else can. Oh, you figure if they change the rules, nobody else can win. That's the moment when, that's when it's really happening right now. I mean, might as well call it as it is. But we got to think about what's inside the box and what's outside the box. Right now, I'm looking outside the box. And the tower calls it what it is, the power shift. For years, big tech pretended to be in a fair fight. They always did. I can tell you this from personal experience. Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all claiming they were innovating for the future. Yeah, right. Building the tools for the world, empowering developers. But April 2026, this month, and looking at it, it's the 12th day of this month. And we're exposing the truth. They're not building tools. They're not building walls. And those walls, I'll put it to you like this. What they're putting out there is not building tools. What they're putting out there is they're not building the walls. But they are. And those walls are rising faster than anyone expected. Understand, they're putting the tower together on your hard work. So, when Meta made the first move, a sudden pivot away from open source ideas and away from community-driven development and straight into a controlled ecosystem under a new leadership vision. The message was subtitled, but the meaning was loud. Open source was useful. Until it wasn't. Until it threatened the business model. Until it empowered too many people outside the walls. And so Meta did what giants always do. They closed the gates. Then Amazon stepped forward, not as a cloud company, not as a retailer, but as a chip empire. $20 billion in chip revenue. $15 billion in AI services. Amazon didn't join the AI race. They bought it. They bought the track. They built the stadium. They owned the lighting, the scoreboard, and the parking lot. And everyone else is paying rent, believe it or not. Google, meanwhile, didn't make noise. They didn't need to. Their power shift is quieter, colder, and more calculated, believe it or not. They're consolidating models, merging divisions, tightening control over the pipelines that feed the entire internet. Google doesn't need to shout. They just need to adjust the algorithm. Trust me, they're doing that. And the world moves. This is the power shift. The moment when the giants stop pretending to compete and start shaping the battlefield itself. The moment when innovation becomes a weapon, not a goal. The moment when the future stops being built by engineers and starts being dictated by executives. And here's the part no one wants to admit. The power shift isn't just about AI. It's not about the chips. It's not about the cloud dominance or the model supremacy. It's about dependency, believe it or not. The giants don't want to win the race. They don't want to win the race. They want, and this is what they want They want to make sure no one else can run it. So they're in it to win it, and nobody else can run it, basically. Every startup, every developer, every builder being funneled into ecosystems they don't control. Tools that can be revoked, APIs that can be priced out, models that can be restricted, and hardware that can be locked down. The power shift is slowly tightening of the grip with one policy. And it'll change at any time. Oh, I got an itch. Sorry, guys. And the tower sees the pattern because this isn't just the first time. We watched it happen with social media. We really did. With mobile platforms, with advertising, with cloud computing, every time a new frontier opens, the giants rush in, build the walls, and declare themselves the gatekeepers. Kind of sounds like Ghostbusters, doesn't it? But this time is different because AI isn't just another product. It's the foundation of everything that comes next. Automation, creativity, communications. Well, let's start again so you understand. It's the foundation of everything that comes next. Automation, creativity, communications, infrastructure, identity, and whoever controls it, AI, whoever controls it, just doesn't control the industry. They control the future. And you can see where this is going. And that's why the power shift matters. Boom. Because the walls are rising faster than the world can react. Because decisions being made in boardrooms today will shape the next decade of technology. Because the giants aren't just shifting power, they're absorbing it. This is the power shift floor. The moment the tower stops looking at the hardware, the software, the specs, and starts looking at the hands that holds the levers, the moment we stop asking what the future will look like and start asking who gets to decide. That's the whole thing. Who gets to decide our future? Truth, collapse, and repeat. I know my tower series, I know it's different, but I'm bringing you real world and telling you about the real world as it's happening. I've seen it for 3 decades. I didn't like it. And that's the reason why I started my YouTube channel, because I always saw misinformation of people talking about stuff that's totally irrelevant about the PC community, about, hardware in general. There's always so much misinformation about it. I mean, I even put together a PC and everybody's like, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, yours is better than my own. I always hear this. It's because I have knowledge of how it works. I know how software works. I know how hardware works. I know how business works because I've been in business for years. I know how all this works. So I'm not bringing you secondhand information. I'm not bringing you guesses. I'm bringing you facts. And I hope you guys understand that. And I hope you stick with me because there's plenty much more of the Tower series we got to talk about. And I'll tell you what, this series is really digging into the specs of what's going on today. And I hope you guys stay with me because there's going to be much more to come. And believe it or not, I put off to the side some of the building until the price of the parts come down. That's more fair to the consumer, the PC community, the gaming community, to where it's more fair. And I'm not going to steer you guys in the direction to tell you to buy this or else. I'm not going to do that. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to have you overspend for something that costs less. Okay, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it up to date with you guys. And when I see PC parts dropping to a reasonable price, that's when we'll start getting back into that. But until then, we're into this Tower series. We're going to continue it, and we're going to keep it going. And if you guys enjoyed it, and you sticking with me, which I do appreciate you sticking with me, and the ones that are new coming to the channel, or the ones that have been on the channel but haven't done it, hit the subscribe button. Keep me busy. Hit the like button. Let's keep YouTube busy. Because the more times you hit positive likes, the more YouTube will put out my videos. So the more positive likes I get, the better we are. But if you subscribe, we'll be even stronger, better, and more. We can become better than ever. I didn't say that right. I should have said, my channel and you will work together as a whole community to become stronger and greater. How about that? Well, I tried. But anyway, until the next time, in the next video, you know what it is. We'll see you on the next one.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.